Welcome to the end of week 2 of summer reading and the beginning of week 3. So last week was The Wild Side and this week is Animal Helpers, and we're excited to explore all the range that entails. So what have you been reading, Melissa?
So I just started Better Luck Next Time, which is by Julia Claiborne. It's her second book. I loved her debut novel, but that was about 6 or 7 years ago, so we've been waiting a long time for her next book. And she is exploring the wild side of divorce in the Reno area of Nevada back in the 50s and 60s. So if you were someone who was looking to get a divorce, if you were a woman who was looking to get divorced, that was the best place to do it because you only had to stay there for 6 weeks and that was residency, and then you could get a quickie divorce. So we're kind of exploring the wild side of divorcees in the mid-century.
Exciting. Well, I took a look in TADL.org too for some inspiration this week, and I've got a great beach read called Wild Jinx. The main character is a reporter, so I always love a good story about a reporter, being a journalism major. And then I also like to do some crafting during the summer, so I found this great book called Wild Jewelry on how to make some gorgeous pieces of jewelry with found materials from the beach or the woods or areas around your home. And then because I can never get enough women's history, I also found Wild Rose, which is a story about a female Civil War spy. So that's a story you're not gonna see every day.
That looks great. I love historical fiction. That sounds like that could be a really good historical fiction novel too. Somebody needs to write that.
Yeah, I really love to mix it up with summer reading and sample a little bit of everything. So we did take a little bit of liberties with our wild side theme this week, and we're talking about the wild side of life, and by which we mean parenting, because it does get pretty wild sometimes, let's be honest. So we've got a lot of great picks up here. We're going to put those in the video as a book pull so you can see some of those titles. And then because parenting involves a lot of honeydew lists, our drink mocktail this week is a honeydew soda sipper. So let's see how we put that together.
Alright, so we have in here so far about 6 cups of cut up honeydew melon, and we did freeze part of it just to, give a little bit of a frosty thing going on there, like some texture, and then fresh, and then we did a whole fresh cucumber sliced up. There is a cup of fresh mint packed, and then we did a dash of salt for flavoring, and there is 3 tablespoons of lime juice in here. So all green things, and we're getting ready to whir it up. Alright, so we've whizzed that all up. We're pouring it into our glasses, and then we are going to top that off with some lime seltzer water. Now the directions did say to strain it, but who's got time for that when you're a parent? And then do a little mint garnish. All right, so now we're going to try our lovely green beverage. It is very mint forward. For those of you who may not like some of the ingredients in here, as long as you like mint, you'll be okay. And you could always adjust more cucumber, more honeydew, however you might want to do it. But this is really refreshing, and I think it's going to be great for these hot summer days that we've been having. So get to that honeydew list. Hi, it's Melissa, and I am back at home bringing to you our cocktail recipe for this week. So again, we're exploring the wild side, and we chose to go a different way with that. So the animals in this wild side would be our children and parenting. And so the cocktail that I'll be making for you today is called the Dirty Mother. So real simple, not getting fancy with this, not a lot of tools or equipment or anything. We've got 2 alcohols, some milk, and some ice, and that's it. So I'm going to start off with a shot of brandy. I will say the recipe calls for 1.5 ounces. I'm just going to do a shot of each. I'm not going to get so picky as I'm measuring out, a 1/2 ounce of this and a 1/2 ounce of that. Basically, you just want equal parts to taste for you, however strong you like your drink. So this is a shot of Kahlua. So you can kind of see a little bit where this is going. It's very similar to a Black Russian so far, only instead of vodka, we've got the brandy going on. And then we're going to top it off with some milk, cream, whatever it is you happen to have. I had 50/50 at home from my coffee. Don't have milk, so I'm just going to go ahead and top it off with that. You could, of course, omit the cream if you would like. We're a little separated there. Grabbing a spoon just so I can stir it up real quick. So here's our fancy equipment, a spoon. You could do this in a cocktail shaker, I guess, if you wanted to, although you don't really have to. I certainly wouldn't, I don't know that I'd put the milk in the cocktail shaker. I would still add that later. All right. And then let's go ahead and give this a try. So, sweet, smooth. I probably would put a little bit more milk in just for my tastes, but it's pretty good. It's pretty drinkable. It's kind of like an adult milkshake, or when your ice cream melts and you've got ice cream soup. So that'll work for me. That'll be good for summer. So here's our cocktail for Tails and Tales for the second week. Cheers.